All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's a straight up energy reading. This is for Venus and Capricorn. Okay? Well, you're going to hear a whole lot from other. I know y'all cheat on me with other readers and stuff, and we're cool. We got an open relationship. I'm cool with that. All right? But you're going to hear a whole lot of things, probably a bunch of generic stuff about what Venus and Capricorn means, blah, blah, blah. I pride myself on giving you something extra here. I'm going to tell you how this energy of Venus and Capricorn interplays with the energies around us, right, with everything we've been pulling on, and why there's that defensiveness that's been showing up quite a bit. Somebody who feels like they need to have the high ground and all that kind of stuff that's been coming up pretty much for a while now. I remember it vividly from a Cure for Cancer reading I did recently. Anyway, Venus and Capricorn. I'm going to label it a tough nut to crack, okay? No, I'll explain. It explains why somebody comes in and they don't share everything with you about how they feel. Or they might make up a reason to come in and talk to you. Could be a new soulmate, could be a runner. Tough nut to crack. If we look at people who are Capricorns or have a lot of Capricorn in their chart, it depends on their chart, but we'll just say Capricorns, okay? They're better than Popcorn, I always say that, right? I won't go to a movie theater that doesn't serve Capricorn. But Capricorns, depending on their chart, can be very tough to get to know. They can be they don't let people in easily. Once you get in, you're in, right? One of my best friends is a Capricorn, and he liked that, you know. Doesn't let people in easily, but once you get in, you're in, all right? It's a tough club to get into. That said, it's a tough nut to crack. And that's why we have this with Venus moving into Capricorn. We've got a lot of this energy around the incoming energy, the DM side primarily of this soulmate cycle, whether they're new ones or your original runner, where there's a bit of defensiveness in the energy, a bit of double talk, a bit of, well, as you'll see, smoke and mirrors. All right, so let's do it. I got a pre-shuffle here. All right, I asked the universe, give me the soulmate cycle from the influence of Venus moving into Capricorn. Let's see what the universe has to say. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. We got the witches, and we're going to clarify with the little animal deck. These two decks love each other, right? I think they bang at night. I do. I'm pretty convinced of it. That said, I'm going to find a little baby deck around here somewhere. Okay, right here. Surface energy, just the surface, just me talking to the universe. I'm not supposed to share it with you, but I do, right? I'm a gossip. What can I say? Knight of Swords, a card we can't get rid of lately. You've got an energy coming towards you with something to say. They have a lot to say, but you know, this knight gets hired to say shit, right? I sometimes call it my Paul Revere card, right? Riding through town, got a message. You can hire this knight to advertise your bagel business or your candle business or whatever. They got a script. There's something to say. It usually brings some change. But this particular knight is particularly bad at their job because it's crossed by the magician, and it's the smoke and mirrors aspect of the magician. It's someone who's saying a whole lot, but you're like, huh? It doesn't mean anything. You know, it's just all smoke and mirrors. So that's what we got coming towards you. And it's in an effort to have something with this. Is an energy that really wants something with you. I mean, to a point where they don't care if you just shine their shoes. They want something with you. And I will tell you, with that Three of Pentacles, underneath it, bookending the Knight of Swords, who's coming? What's coming? It's something that you counted out a long time ago. Could be you don't believe new soulmates are coming. Could be you don't believe your runner's still there and blah, blah, blah. Well, the readings leading up to this, all my readings tied together, would say differently. This is victory after a long battle frequency of energy coming off of this. Counted this guy out, all of a sudden he comes riding into town. But it's a whole lot of smoke and mirrors. It's a tough nut to crack. But I think if you paid attention to what I wrote in my January write-up, right, over at sltblog.com, I think your empathy is going to serve you well on the DF side, all right? But this night, under this energy, should be fired, okay? All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's go. This first card out, it's before the cut. Before we cut the deck, we find out why the fuck we're here. The cut cards back up the pre-shuffle. All right, and then we go from there. It's going to be fun. I like this energy that's here. I love it because sometimes it gets me riled up. I'm funnier when I get riled up. I have more fun doing these readings when I get riled up. and somebody coming at me with something to say, and I know they got something to say, but they're not saying it, riles me up. You know, it just does. It just gets a fire under me. What the hell are you talking about? I say that to people all the time. What the hell are you talking about? I can feel what you want to say, but what the hell? All right, here we go. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Well, come on, don't make me shuffle all day for these people. We want to know. It's confusing. Round and round and round. 7 of Cups. There's somebody, they have one message. The cut cards back up the pre-shuffle. The pre-shuffle opened with a Knight of Swords. He got one job. Here's your script. Say this. Right? Somebody saying that, saying this, saying that, saying whatever. I get people all the time. I can't come out of a supermarket if I don't drive my car very often. I usually take my wife's car, just a regular car, you know, Toyota kind of thing. I take my car to the supermarket. I either can't come out of the supermarket without a note on it from some asshole who wants to buy it, or there's somebody just hanging around the car. And they make up some kind, I know they want to ask me about it, I know they want to talk about it, I know it's something that they probably, it has nostalgia for them, right? It's one of those cars that people in a certain age group are nostalgic about, and they're just saying, they're making up all kinds of stupid shit. It's like, dude, just say something, just say what you want to say, you know, it's fine, I can see you hanging around here. You're not asking where the closest payphone is, there's no payphones anymore. I actually had someone ask me that, where's the closest payphone? I haven't seen a payphone in 20 years. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's what that is. It's some round and round, all kinds of stuff, yet there's one specific message here. Right? Now, I accidentally left a Page of Wands when I picked that up. It's an immature energy. It's like that. We've run into that. With society, we've forgotten how to talk to people. We have. We spend so much time alone, you don't ever have to leave your house. You can have everything delivered. You got your social media. Yeah, it's very easy to talk to people there. But you get them in person, and everybody really coy these days. You know, they don't look you in the eye. They don't whatever. Epic. Internet is an epic backfire, man. I'll tell you what. The end of the day, the fool comes after the cut. The fool. It's somebody here who is on a new journey. These incoming energies have woken up, and Pluto in Aquarius is playing a big role in that. Okay, they've woken up. But at the end of the day here, somebody is not taking the leap of faith. It's almost a reversed energy of the fool. It's someone just hanging right on the edge of saying what they want to say. I think your empathy can push them over the edge. I think your empathy is sort of like that little dog there. It's nipping at their heels kind of a thing, all right? Usually you can get people to say what they need to say if they relax around you, if they calm down. You have a very unrelaxed energy coming towards you. People who put up smoke and mirrors are usually unrelaxed. They usually are. They're nervous. There's all kinds of people like me. I pick up the nervous tension. It's like, oh my God. I've never in my life made up an excuse to talk to somebody. Never. I have never made up an excuse. You don't have to do that. Just go say what you want to say. This is, you know, life is funny. It's really much simpler than people make it out to be. You know, everybody gets so anxious. All right, let's shuffle the deck here. Give me the influence of Venus going into Capricorn with all affecting energies. Give me a reading. Let's go. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is a Chariot. You have an energy coming towards you. You have several energies. You have a stampede of energies coming towards you. Okay? A stampede. You guys are very attractive right now. The DF side is very attractive. Everyone wants to talk to you. They want to get some comfort. They want to whatever. It's a soul nurturing energy, right? It really is. What's fueling this? And this card represents this soulmate cycle for me. The Hierophant. See, what did I say? You got a stampede coming towards you. Your energy is kind of, we've got, on one hand, we've got someone who's gone through some spiritual changes and maybe realizes this connection. Maybe they can see it clearly now, like we talked about in the Pluto reading. But also your energy is attached to this Hierophant, right? When we have a problem, I'm assuming you're religious, but you know, when we have a problem, we go talk to the Pope. Well, a priest. You know, you might not get to talk to the Pope. That's a little hard to get an appointment. But you catch my drift, right? Okay, let's go. Readings on the flip. Top of the deck is the reading. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D, or these people. Okay? Right here is the soul energy around all of this. I don't know if it's one individual person. We got new soulmates queuing up. We got runners trying to cut the line. I mean, we got a lot going. We got a stampede. All right? Right here is the message from the universe, the fickle old gal. And she fickle today. I'm going to tell you right now. It's red with the energy or connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. Not even if I was the warlock on the hill. Free will. The universe, like I've said recently, the universe can make us feel, but it can't make us think. Our free will governs that. It's up to us what we do with those feelings. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end. Look at that. We got one little star right there. Ting! I'm going to leave it there. No, I'm not. I'm going to get that out of there. Okay. There, look at me. I'm powerful. I moved a star from space. And you bet your sweet asses there'll be a link for an extended at the end, because this is a powerful energy and I'm bound to get riled up. Okay, I just am. I feel riled today as I sit here with a sleepy parrot who refuses to make noise on video until the very end. Somebody commented on that on Twitter. I like when Phlegm makes a noise at the very end of the video. Yeah, he does. He waits till right when I'm about to hit the stop button and then he says something. Asshole. All right here. Energy around your connection. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's something's about to happen. Okay? It's one of those move from choppy water to calmer waters type energy. It's the third slowest energy in the tarot. I get that. It's a fucking canoe, not a speedboat. Nobody water skiing off of this. Okay? But the connection right now feels smooth. When I look at this guy, he looked like he having a nice day. You know? I used to take the canoe out all the time when I was younger, right? We used to have a little summer place. We'd stay on Lake Winnipesaukee up in New Hampshire because my father liked the smallmouth bass fishing, right? You get them around June or so, they hitting like crazy. And I used to like to take the canoe out. It was nice. It was peaceful, you know, nice and calm. You got to stay close to shore, of course. It's a big lake, but still, I get a peaceful, easy feeling here. The connection's here. It's placid. It's nice. How are these energies? I try to single it out, but I can't. How are these energies behaving in the 3D? Queen of Wands. They're attracted to this connection, but these energies are behaving, again, a tough nut to crack. There's a wall of pretense up. You'd never know on the outside that somebody was thinking about your connection. That's like if you go spy your runner, for example, just as an example. It won't look like they even remember you exist. It wouldn't look like it. There's a huge wall of pretense here. One side's one side, the other side's other side. All right? It's like a McDLT. Hot side hot, cold side cold, that old sandwich from McDonald's. I got a news flash for the Queen of Wands. That sandwich failed. Okay? Can we just say it? This is a bad thing here. Nobody believe in the pretense. All right. Soul energy. Emperor. Yeah, they awake. They awake. They awake. The DM side of this connection, which is what I'm pulling on primarily, is motherfucking awake. There's no doubt. And it's a stubborn energy here. Somebody here is almost, they're a little out of balance, heavy on the masculine side. We have both inside us, feminine and masculine. They're a little heavy on the masculine side. It creates a bit of a, I'm good, I got everything I need kind of thing. But they don't. They don't. That connection, the connection is activated. And somebody here, when they look at the connection, they feel that peaceful, easy feeling. Just like he's looking over here at these people, longing. He's sitting over here. Why aren't they over here? I've got all this great stuff. Because the stuff out here is better. You know, I myself can tell you, I would rather be out in nature looking at birds and animals and stuff like that. Far more interesting than having a bunch of shit at home, having a bunch of stuff. It's not that interesting. It's not. It is what it is. Okay, so again, the theme of this reading, a tough nut to crack, but it's crackable. Just because it's a tough nut doesn't mean it's not crackable. What's the message from the universe? It's red with my canoe guy here. All right, the card of the angel, Temperance. I knew it was going to be nice. I don't have a devil on the table in the primary main reading. I don't. I may get one here. I haven't looked. I don't know. I make a point not to look. Sometimes I sneak a peek, but I always tell you. The universe says all is well. Okay, it's a message to you. All is well. Keep telling yourself that, right? Do your little mantra every day, right? The universe always has my back. Its timing is perfect. Brings me the right people, right situations, at just the right motherfucking time. All is well. All is well. Okay? That's all we got there so far. It's peaceful. It's still peaceful. It's red with the Six of Swords. What's the potential final outcome in Tough Nut to Crack reading? It's a stampede, I'm telling you. What's red with the... it is red with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, tough nut to crack. Four of Pentacles. Somebody holding back. This card right here, red with this, and I made a point to tell you that, proves that wall of pretense. Okay, somebody here is holding, somebody's afraid. He's afraid to get up off of this. When we're out of balance between our masculine and feminine, the soul isn't working right. It's like a car that's not running right. When the timing is out, the car isn't running right. Spark is firing before the gas gets to it. It sputters, it kind of a thing. Has trouble starting in the morning. Or when you shut it off, it doesn't just shut off. It keeps running for a little bit and then shuts off. That's a timing issue, usually. Their timing is off. They're like a car with the timing out. It's this energy of... It's just not, the message isn't getting there right. They're still, out of fear, putting up this wall of pretense. Yet they long, for, when they look at the connection, for this peacefulness. It's a tough nut to crack. But once they do it, they might find that they like it. That kind of thing. And that's where your empathy comes in handy. All right, this is about what I expected. I wasn't expecting an Eight of Wands there, believe me. All right, let's go. Let's clarify. Little animal deck. Let's do it. Let's talk about the canoe. Let's talk about the Six of Swords. All right. Yes. No matter where we were, we used to move around a lot because my dad was a contractor. No matter where we lived, didn't matter if we were 3,000 miles away. Every June, smallmouth bass fishing, Lake Winnipesaukee. Didn't matter. I liked it up there. I thought it was really nice. It's a real clear lake. Real nice. Very rocky kind of a thing. It's real cool. All right. Here we go. It's a big lake, too. Fuck. Here we go. Six of Swords. Let's go. Jesus. It's crossed by the Five of Wands. Somebody, what's that thing that they want to say? That Knight of Swords, what script was he given to clear up a conflict here? There's some kind of conflict that is, the energy is so right to clear it up. All this son of a bitch has to do is get up out the chair and take down this wall. And it's just this holding back, okay? If you can get the wall down, we can clear a conflict here. We can help the universe balance energy. It's amazing. A lot of times I used to solve a lot of problems out there in the canoe. It's peaceful, it's quiet, you can think. The energy is smooth, you know. There's a lot of that here. There's a good opportunity. Venus in Capricorn is a good problem-solving energy. It is. You could solve conflicts you have in relationships quite nicely, quite practically. Okay? So all of that is here. Tough nut to crack. What's so tough? It's actually, I will refrain. I will revise that. It's tough nut to crack on crack. Okay. Nine of Cups on top of that. Yeah. There's the connection itself. This energy here, this masculine energy, realizes that this is their Nine of Cups, and it would make them very happy to solve whatever conflict is here. Okay, but we have to put down fear to solve conflict. Like I said in the Pluto reading, we have to be able, only high vibrational people admit they were wrong and change direction, right? I mean, I see the low vibrational politicians that I watch on TV. I'm not into politics, I don't care, but when I see somebody who loses, we had the caucuses, right? And people lost, and they still claim victory even when they lose. That's low vibration. That's, you lost. You know, it's like, what the hell are you talking about? We won. We conquered. No, you didn't. You didn't. No, you got to admit when you're defeated. Somebody here needs to admit to themselves that they truly want this. As long as they keep the wall of pretense up, they're going to continue to be a lower vibration than you, which is going to be intimidating to them because it hurts their ego. Okay? Why is the Nine of Cups here? Six of Pentacles. Yeah. I mean, it's all they got to do is give. Give a little, right? Give to live. It's a give to live energy. It's an old Sammy Hagar song. You got to give to live. The lyrics to it might have some meaning. Okay, here it might. I don't remember them. I used to do it in a cover band years ago. It might have some meaning. I don't know. But either way, all we got to do is give to get to this. This energy, a little bit stubborn, a little bit out of balance, fearful, holding back. Fine. Let's talk. Let's pull down the wall of pretense. Let's talk about the Queen of Wands. Let's talk about it. There's the energy we're all for pretty much the rest of this year. Pretty much. Between here and September, at the very least, we're in the energy of Pluto in Aquarius. That was hands down one of the top 3 most powerful readings I'm going to pull this year, if not the most powerful. And I'm going to tell you, you got to admit when you're wrong. That's the one thing that's going to help this soulmate cycle on the runner side. Put down the ego and just admit when you lose. Admit when you're wrong. Admit when sitting on the thing with all your stuff isn't enough. We need this energy to do that. As long as the wall of pretense is up, old fakey McFakerman here, we're not going to get anywhere. And it applies to new soulmates as much as it does your runner. It doesn't matter. It applies to the DM side of this soulmate cycle. And I know there are enlightened DMs. I have them here who come to the channel. And I applaud them. That's great. But the majority are not, right? What's going on here with the Queen of Wands? The Eight of Wands. They want to talk. They want to change this. I believe that with the Emperor in the soul. I believe that. This energy flows from here to here, okay? The problem is when I say out of balance, right? Now, if I had the Empress here, I'd have an Emperor flowing from here to here. Right? The Empress is all 4 queens. This Emperor is all 4 kings. On the feminine side, I only have 1 queen, and it's Fakey McFakerman with the pretense. That's how I'm trying to give you some transparency into the reading, because you're probably not an energy reader picking up on the same frequencies I am. So I'm showing you why they're out of balance, why it's mostly masculine. It's not just that the Emperor landed here. It's that the energy flows from 5D, primary flow, to 3D. And I've got, if it was flowing on top of an Empress, I'd say they're balanced out. But they're not. This isn't a full Empress. In fact, the Queen of Wands by themselves is trouble. At the end of the day, it's not someone you want to be in a relationship with. Oh, they're hot, but it's trouble, right? All right. You got the hot versus pain in the ass scale, right? On the hot versus pain in the ass scale, yeah, they're hot, but they're also big pain in the. We got a balance between hot and pain in the ass. All right, with that wall of pretense. The Eight of Wands, crossing it, there's a strong influence in the environmental energy for this person to speak up, to take down the wall of pretense. And I believe that. I believe that's true. What's on top? Yeah, the Page of Wands. It's a communication card again, but it's here because somebody is just emotionally stunted on some level. This is usually a child, an adolescent. When it comes to emotional decisions, this incoming energy has a hard time making them any better than the average 13-year-old would. You know, it's a bit like that. It's a little bit of this is always a superficial type person, me, very selfish, look at me. Somebody you might ask, I'm not saying it's your person, but it's Queen of Wands energy is somebody you ask, what do you do for a living? And they say, I influence. I'm an influencer. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, sure you do. How come these influencers are always people that I wouldn't take advice on toilet paper from? How come? You know, I mean, seriously, what the fuck? But at the end of the day, I say the same what the fuck here, you know, with that. It's the emotional stability of a 13-year-old. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Six of Cups. This person's got a lot of past karma that's coming in. Their past, I'm not even going to get into past lives or karma here because this is localized energy too. in their life, okay, there's a lot of stuff from the past that has influenced this person. This person lets the past influence them too much. The past influences them and holds them back on a high level. You learn from the past. You take what you can from it, apply those lessons to the present, and move on into a better, higher vibrational future. This is influenced by the past too much. This is also the type of person who is influenced by the last person who said something to them. We see that a lot today in societal energies and things like that. We see it a lot here in the soulmate cycle. Everybody's worked for somebody like that at some point. You think you've got to deal with them, you go in and talk to them. Then after hours, somebody comes in and says something, and that's what they go with. You know, it's like that. Very influenced by what has played out in their life. They haven't taken the lessons fully, okay? So this is like an 8th grade level. They're not done yet, haven't graduated, that kind of thing. Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. They have the potential to be great. With the Emperor in the soul, yeah, it's out of balance, but they do have the potential to be someone, a real stand-up person, a real good, a mensch, as they would say, I think in Yiddish, a mensch, a stand-up person, a good person, right? They do. They have that. They have that. It's there. It's buried deep, too influenced by the past, but it's there. There's the potential here. I think a little injection of some Empress empathy and you got yourself a winner. Why is the Emperor here? Tell me more about this Emperor. All right? Yeah. Everything I said just got backed up. It's the sun crossing it. This is a beautiful energy to have in the soul. The environment, their soul's awake. It's awake. They're just not really listening to it, or they're too influenced by the past. It tries to flow over and jumpstart an Empress energy to balance them out, and what we end up with is a partial kind of a thing, right? It's like getting a jump start on your car, but it doesn't turn over. It just, the starter cranks, but it never really kicks in. That's kind of what happens here. That's exactly what's happening here. What's on top? The moon. They keep feelings and they keep themselves in the dark about how they feel. That's the way I'm going to translate that energy. Okay? I mean, yeah, that's the easiest. Well, why is the moon here? Yeah, judgment. Yeah. Too influenced by the past. They won't allow. In order to get better, if you go to a therapist for something, okay, the first thing the therapist is going to try and do is get you to acknowledge feelings, to get you to allow yourself to feel what you want to feel. Just allow it. This person, when they start to feel, they shut it down and they question it. And that's that aspect of Venus and Capricorn, that tough nut to crack. All right, and that's why the Magician came out. Crossing that Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords has a message, but the moment they start to really feel it and well up, they're afraid they're going to lose control, so they shut it down, and you end up with a smoke and mirrors energy. You end up with somebody not saying how they really feel, okay? Just like maybe a 13-year-old would, okay? Now, the universe over here is talking about temperance. I'm drawn to the rainbow on the... It's a beautiful energy. It reminds me of me in the canoe. Out there, I take feelings and I translate them into words. My past experience, plays a big role. If you're an energy reader type person, if you find you have special abilities, you need to live a life. You need to travel. You need to experience things. Even if it's just for the experience, you need to do it. It's a little like being a freelancer. If you're a freelancer, there's only a few reasons to take a gig. It's for the money, for the experience, or for the challenge, right? Or for the learning of it. This is really the only reasons to take it. Why is the temperance here? This person never took any gigs. Let's put it that way. Tell me about temperance. It's a very nice energy. It's very smooth. It's very clean. It is. I wish this person was whoever this energy belongs to. I wish in the 3D they were who they are. I'll say in the 5D, but mostly in their dreams. I'm going to phrase it that way. I wish they were who they are in their dreams. Okay? It's just unreal. Because who they are there is spectacular. In their dreams, everything is great. When they wake up, everything we talked about here. Okay? It's, we really do live a couple of different lives while we're here. We really do. You are living another life in your dreams. Most of your dreams you don't remember, but you're there. And there's learning that can be had there. It's one of the ways the universe talks to us is through dreams. I wish they were who they were, because who they are, this is a hazy energy. This is my dreaming energy. In the dreams, this is a very stable person. This is a person who would just show up. It's the exact opposite here in the 3D, over here. What's on top? The Fool. Requires a leap of faith. Yeah, I get that. This 9 of Cups, it's red with the 9 of Cups. It does require a leap of faith. This person is great at that in their mind, in their dream world. In the 5D, I believe you two are already together. I believe this person just thrives in the 5D. I believe that. Why is the Fool here? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Again, I said it already. I wish this person, I think you're the key. The Empress energy is the key to bringing this dream version of this person into the 3D. Okay? It's kind of what the universe is saying here. I'm just going to paraphrase it rather than go off on car analogies. Okay, let's go with the 4 of Pentacles. Final outcome. It is, and I look, I know this isn't a card of communication, but it is here. It's just communication of somebody holding back for reasons I've already explained. Okay? All right. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? I've been using YouTube lately. I don't watch readings or anything. I like other YouTube videos to further my studies in human nature quite a bit. I have to say, this YouTube thing alarms me when I see what's out there, when I see what's going on, and the way it goes to people's heads. Some of them handle it very well. Some of them are very good. Popularity energy is dangerous. Dangerous. You never want to give a narcissist. Some of these people have 3 million subscribers and things like that. You never want to do that to a narcissist. It's dangerous, man. Wow. And then you hear about the horror stories of what happened to some of them, and I'm not surprised they got consumed by the energy. It's actually a devil energy, popularity and fame and things like that. It's a devil type energy. It'll eat you alive if you don't control it. If you don't control your reaction to it. You can't control it, but you can control how you react to it. Fucking scary what I see out there. My God. All right, 4 of Pentacles. Some of them I will applaud, handle it very well. Others, not so much. We've got some real trouble coming. All right, here we go. It's crossed by the sun. This fear, all of this holding back ties to the sun was crossing here, ties to the soul position. It ties to everything I said here. The moment they start to feel, they freak out and hold it back. So somebody here, I'll just talk about you here. You make somebody very happy here. Okay? They need you. They're your soul nurturing for them, and they do need you. They need you to get their car to finish starting, right? With a full Empress over here instead of this. This is, if I were to pick one queen that I don't want, if you say you can only have one of the queens from the Empress, you can only be one of the queens. I do not want that one. That is not the one I want. I'll take any of the others, but not that. Okay? You make someone very happy. Environmental energy, and they know it. And they know it. They just aren't this energy until they allow themselves to feel. Allow themselves to feel. Allow it to flow. Until they do. And the universe keeps resurrecting it round and round and round, making them feel this connection grows stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Until they allow themselves to feel. They'll never move past this little 13-year-old energy here. What's on top? Ace of Pentacles. You do have communication coming. This is Grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. It's red with communication here with my Page of Wands, but it's from a page. It is from a page. It's somebody who's holding on to the past. Could be a conflict with you guys that they're holding on to as well. It could be that. And maybe that's the smoke and mirrors. You got someone who loves you, who you make very happy, who's showing up with a gripe. Okay? And it's like, okay, well, I love you too. Like that. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? It's been a long time coming. But I see with Judgment here, because this is tied to the soul, because of the sun crossing each, I see that God's source, the universe itself, is making these feelings, pushing on them. It's getting harder and harder for them to push them back. You follow? Okay. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? You again. You're attached to this. Okay? Also, well, yeah. I mean, somebody's coming to talk to you for sure. But this Hierophant here, red with the Six of Cups, talks about what I talked about with that past. They haven't really sat down, as my father would say, and would have said, and had a come to Jesus with themselves about all the changes that have happened. Okay? They can't keep doing this. It'll be abundantly clear as Pluto gets settled in Aquarius that they can't keep the wall of pretense up. It's not going to happen. We talked about that in the Pluto reading. The wall won't stay up. There's nothing you could do. It's like a pair of pants that needs a belt. They'll just keep falling down. You can keep pulling them up, but they just keep falling down. Well, their metaphorical pants are going to keep falling down, all right, until they face the fact. Until they face the fact that they've changed. There's been a lot of changes. And somebody here needs to look at their past. They need to allow themselves to feel. You're the key to that. And that's why there's communication aspected here. Okay? So you know in advance. I'm already telling you. All you need to do is apply some empathy. You need to inject the other three queens from your Empress energy into this. All right? That's all. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay. Let's go back to the original deck, which is sitting there with a Hierophant staring at me. Hierophant. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. I don't have a devil on the table here. And I knew I wasn't going to get one. I don't. I have devil type energy here. You know, I do. I have the fear. You know, we have all of that. That's devil type energy. But there's probably a devil that lives here in this Six of Cups, their past. I believe it. They haven't processed the lessons from their past enough. They haven't bothered. Because they haven't allowed themselves to feel. It's like grieving. When somebody dies, you have to allow yourself to grieve. Otherwise, it builds and festers. Okay? Any emotion that's suppressed is a guarantee of its return. Suppressing an emotion is a guarantee of its return one day, and it'll mess with you. It'll ruin your life on some level if you let it. It ruins a lot of people's lives. Let's go. What else you want to tell everybody here before I go pull some wicked voodoo? And believe me, I do have some to pull. A lot here. Okay? A lot. All right, let's see where we go. Also, in the extended, I will pull on you. I will open how this Venus and Capricorn energy works for you. Perhaps you're a tough nut to crack, too. This is a tough nut to crack, but perhaps you are as well. I mean, again, we talked about it in the Pluto reading. Each side's making decisions. Those decisions may or may not line up. I don't know. But somebody wants something with you. We got cards from the pre-shuffle. We're continuing the pre-shuffle, actually. Three of Pentacles. Somebody definitely wants something with you. And I'll say that in spite of what they might say. Okay? And we have the Six of Wands. So victory after a long battle. We have Two of Cups. A soulmate. This is a soulmate. It might be multiple soulmates that want a partnership with you of some kind, that need you. Sometimes if we want a partner, we need the partner. Usually in business, if we want to, it's better to do it by yourself, but you bring in a partner because they have people, they have contacts, or they have money, one or the other, right? So this energy needs you, like I said, about you bring the other queens to the table. And it is communication. I think it's a lot of energies that see you as soul nurturing. I don't think it's just one here. Okay? But the universe this is a message for you. Communication is coming from an energy you counted out. Either you counted out having a new soulmate come in, or you counted out your old long lost runner. One or the other. Either way, this energy desperately needs your help on some level. I'm not saying they're saying that. I'm saying energetically. These energies desperately need your help. you got what they need. Okay? Like that old song, you got what I need. That. Yeah. It's basically it. But what shows up is a little fearful and holding back because they haven't processed the emotions properly. They're still trying to suppress them. Although I might add, with judgment here, it's getting hard for them to push back the emotions. It's not going to take much of your empathy to get someone to open up fully under this energy. And it really is. I think it's multiple energies. It's coming in with a lot of force, a lot with the chariot there. And the Emperor drives the chariot. So, you know, it is soul connections. The whole reading there's a whole lot of things that just tie everything up in a nice, neat bow here. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. This is a powerful energy. It's all fueled right now. Right now, it's all fueled by Pluto in Aquarius. It really is. That is a powerful reading. Do not miss that reading. Okay? If you did, go back and watch it. All right? That is your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, the link's in the description. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.